Taehyung, you knock on his bedroom door, being forced by your best friend to go wake up the tall muscular man that no one in the house wanted to call. 12 and still sleeping? He must have spent all his time at the gym last night again. You opened his door after no answers were given from the other side of the walls. Your eyes cast a glance over the body half covered by black blanket that you couldn't avoid. But your heart abruptly knocked your chest out as the view of his bare but tattooed torso startled your pure mind. You gazed down to avoid his well-defined body but asked for him in a quivering voice. Taehyung? Huh? The sheets rustle under the swift move of his limbs, but not handling how much his muscular body can make you feel weird things. You wander your eyes everywhere but on him. You should wake up. You asked me yesterday to help you with your work, but I'm soon going to leave for my job, so you clear your thought dry from all the stress filling you. Yeah, I'm sorry for not waking up more earlier. He apologizes but sounds nervous by your presence in his personal space. He kind of remembers what he did last night as you only were in his head and some stress is causing him to suffocate. I'm taking a quick shower and joining you in your bedroom. In my bedroom? You gulp down at the words pronounced since from as far as you can remember, you never mentioned you wanted to work with him in your bedroom. Okay, you put an end to the awkward moment and step back to close the door and not disturb him anymore. You flatten one hand at a time on both of your cheeks but realize you're blushing hard. You're easily flustered by those type of things. After this unsettling situation, you clear your mind and head back towards the living room while slapping yourself internally. You go sit onto the couch already taken by your brother and two best friends. Haha, look at her! Your brother pisses himself laughing and points at you like a kid, which makes the other brainless guy do the same. I knew she would blush again. Shut up! You snarl but throw him a death glare, being done with his immature behavior. What did you see over there, huh? He teases you and lifts his eyebrows up. Surely something that your virgin eyes never saw before. Oh, you find it funny, Park Jimin the jerk? You let out right in front of his friends to roast him without feeling any remorse, but instead enjoyment. You little... Yeah, Namjoon kicks him hard as he is always here to defend you. Don't say that to your sister. She's the one insulting me. He throws his hand up to complain and shows how mad he can easily get. A door opening in the hallway behind you catches your attention in just the blink of an eye. You know what it means, and your heart reacted in an insane manner to your excitement. You looked up on your right as you know his figure already joined the same room than the one in which everyone is. His head jerks to the other side just as if he was staring at you before you met his eyes. A little curve at the corner of his lips grew as he walked to the kitchen just on his right, making it obvious that he was indeed gazing at you, unknowingly to you. You cannot keep your eyes off him. He is the only boy in here in this whole house who's calm and not full of pervert thoughts in his head. That's why you like him. As you were daydreaming while staring at him grabbing some food, you heard a voice pronouncing your name. Wayan, is it me or you are checking out Taehyung just right now? You whirl your head to the other side as you notice Taehyung reacting to the dumb words of your brother always humiliating you. I'm not disgusting like you. Oh yes, you are from what I can see. Wayan, the sweet and soft voice gives a hit to your heart. But you look at the man who asked for you. You come help me? He cocks his head to the side with a gentle smile, showing off his neck, right arm and hand tattoos while holding a strawberry milk and a bag of snacks. You nod without thinking twice and jumped out of the couch to leave those jerks and get in a more peaceful room with him. He lets you pass in front of him for a good reason that you are not aware of before following you. Him Taehyung, the voice of your brother fills your ears as you are heading to your bedroom. At first, you don't pay attention to it, but you turn around once some weird sounds are audible. They stop mouthing things at each other when you look at each of the boys. Jimin coughing, but then averting his eyes from you, acting as if nothing happened. Do not let just a slight hint of suspicion fill your brain. You know something is up with these two, but since you don't care much about it, you walk inside the room and close the door behind Tae. So, you head to your bed with him as you have no desk to work on. What do you want me to do to help you? Take your clothes off. He keeps in his mind while looking at you and sitting down by your side on the mattress, on which you sleep every night all by yourself. There are some things that I did by accident last night. Accident? You frown as you expected him to ask for your help for something serious. Yeah, he nods but takes his device out to avoid any eye contact with you. You know, your computer that you lent me last night for me to write my work? Yeah? You slow down the pace at which your words are leaving your mouth. Tell me you didn't break it, please. I didn't. He shakes his head but rubs the side of his neck with his hand. Then what have you done? I was writing, but I needed to find the document I finished before and saved into the files. I went through some things and all to find it, but I didn't, and a gulp passes down his throat. I looked at some pictures of you. You kept your eyes steady on him as you didn't understand just a word of his sentence full of mumbo jumbo. And in English, he sighs as a bright shade of pink tinted his cheeks. I saw some pictures of you by accident. By accident? You express some skepticism at his statement. You cannot believe that someone could look at some photos by accident. Yes. Alright, let's say it's fine. But what's the problem about it that you absolutely needed to talk to me in my bedroom? I deleted a file without willing to. His teeth bite onto his glossy lips, his eyes avoiding yours like children would do it. You what? You heard the words out, even startled yourself with the loudness of your voice. Which one? I swear to God, it was an accident, Wayan. He leans towards you and rests his head on your shoulder. As his arms encircle your hips with vines leaving his mouth, you don't mind him touching you compared to the others. You trust him and know he doesn't think about anything nasty when his hands are on you. And for you, you're not his type, so you know he's just a friend. He's like a gay friend that you trust enough to act as if you were just with a girl. Sure that nothing will ever happen between you two. There's nothing sexual between the both of you, or at least that's what you think. Don't be mad at me, please. He mumbles in the crook of your neck with his soft, thin lips caressing your skin as he spoke. That got you to be covered in chills as you felt your spine getting numb at the sensations that you're not used to feeling on you. He moves his head up to face you from very close as you had to collect yourself after a short moment spacing out. It's fine. You clear your throat and glance away while his manly hand full of prominent veins and tattoos passed over your inner thigh. Maybe you shouldn't have worn that skirt that you always put to go to work with the warm weather outside. Can I check my laptop? You ask as you cannot handle the rubbing he is giving to a sensitive area of your legs. You can feel how hot your face is. You both went to his room and grabbed your laptop. Let's go back to your bedroom. He grabs hold of your laptop that was still laid on his mattress. Why? I like your bed. It's bigger, so let's stay here. You step aside from his taller figure that makes you feel safe all the time. No, His hand grips your wrist as if what you were about to do was dangerous or risky. Why? You turn around to frown at him, but quickly let a pout get drawn by your features to complain, but still stand on your spot. Because he stammers and avoids any eye contact between the both of you as he knows that what he did in that bed last night must not have left it clean at all. He doesn't want you to see the 2 boxes of tissues he left on his nightstand. Come on, I prefer your mattress. He pulls on your arm and drags you outside as you continue to slur random words out of annoyance. Why did you look at my pictures? His Adam's apple goes up and down in an obvious and fast motion as he looked away. I was curious. Whatever, you put an end to the conversation as you notice the time on your phone laid by your side. I need to go to work. You move away from your mattress and stands up. Wait! He rushes out of your bed to make his way towards you and grab your wrist. Don't tell anyone about what I did, okay? Okay, Tay. You set yourself free from his soft grip but get unable to go further as he pulled on your arm again. Can I walk the way to your workplace with you? Why? You ask with some curiosity, wondering why this sudden idea came to his mind. I don't want you to be alone. It could be dangerous. Yeah, but you get confused as you know that he's aware of the fact you work with Mihian and always go with him. Have you lost your memory last night? What do you mean by that? He frowns at me as if this wasn't obvious. Well, you know I go to work with Mihian, right? Ah, yeah. He lets some disappointment out and releases his hold on your wrist. I forgot about it. You smile nervously, loving the way he looks like a lost child. I have to go, Taehyung. See you later. You step closer to him and wrap your fingers around his wrist to plant a kiss on his cheek before turning around to head to the door. See you later, he answers in a sweet voice as you notice before drifting your eyes away that his cheeks had become pinkish. He follows you as you step outside the room but stops himself at one point to go sit on the sofa as you continue to the front door. What did you do with my sister in her bedroom? Jimin makes me roll my eyes and act more normal as I was going mad in my head. Nothing. That's the last time you stay with her alone, he utters as if he had a word to say about it. Jim? Namjoon rolls his eyes. Stop bugging them like that. They are old enough to do what they want. I don't care. He better not touch her or try anything. He looks at me with an evil eye. She's not your type anyway. You came back from the restaurant with Mihian. You opened the door with the key of the apartment house. You grab the handle of your door to enter the room. A sudden noise stops you from going any further. A male voice. But as soon as it sounds like some moans, you hurry to lock yourself into your private space to not deal with those unholy things again. It seemed similar to Taehyung's voice, but you're almost convinced that this is not him. He wouldn't do that. Or maybe he would, but you're too naive to think he's innocent. You should reconsider the fact that he's a man, and even with the face of baby that he can sometimes have, his mind hides another side of him. You would want to watch your drama while chilling, but you let your laptop to Taehyung, who asked it like 2 hours ago. Since you don't want to bother him at this hour, you just get back to where you were and close the door behind you. Next day, you walk out of your room after hearing some loud rumpus coming from the living room at an early hour. Do these jerks even know that I'm tired? You mumble with anger while slamming the door behind you. Do go join with the freaks. Shut up! I know what you did with my sister. Your grumpy brother points his finger at Taehyung, who peeked at you for a second. He looks stressed. Jimin, I swear you must have dreamed. Why in? Jimin yells at you and gestures you to get closer. What do you want? You rub your eyes and throw your head back to show your annoyance. When did you come back from work last night? His hand lands on his hips as he is giving you his mad look. You are so used to it that it doesn't even scare you anymore. Around 10 p.m., something like that. Why? Why? His eyes opened wide as he tilted his head. Can you explain to me what the freaking hell you have done with that guy? He indicates the tall man sweating in nervousness just next to him. What I have done? You squint your eyes but express your confusion. Well, nothing obviously. Why the hell are you mad like that? Damn it! He slurs but shifts his eyes away while passing his hand through his hair. Jimin, I swear to God, we didn't do anything. Tae tries to calm the mad dog standing before us. We didn't even see each other just once after she left for her work. Then why have I heard you mourning her name? You choke on air at the words, your eyes fully opened as your jaw almost dropped to the ground, shocked by what you wouldn't have believed to hear once. I don't know, you must have dreamed. He gulps down but gets betrayed by the color of his face, which is gradually turning red. I never did that. Oh, so you're saying that it was just my damn imagination. He presses his finger against his chest and glares at him with skepticism. I heard it clearly while being conscious, and you could even ask Namjoon, he would tell you the same. You're just paranoid, for God's sake. He lets some wrath take over him and acts a bit more upset. That's the first time he's being angry like that. Paranoid? He chuckles nervously. But the way he's agitated just shows how berserk he's about to go. So, if she wasn't in your room, does that mean you were? Shut up! His loud voice echoes through the house to cut the man off. I haven't done this, got it? So I can go take a look in your bedroom without finding anything odd, right? His lips turned into a smirk as he must be sure of what he's doing. He must know that this could trap the man. My bedroom is my private space, so you don't have the right to get into it. Another man suddenly joins the battlefield that doesn't seem to be cooling down in heat nor tension. What the hell is happening in here? Mihyun scrubs the floor with his slippers while holding his head. His hair is a complete mess. That's adorable. As to the damn nasty crap, he freaking mourned my sister's name while pleasuring himself in his bed. Wow, wow, wow! He holds his hand up at his chest level and looks at the three humans around him. Excuse me. He's just lying. The poor Taehyung tries his best to defend himself. Then why are you blushing? He crosses his arms against his chest but make you think that he's a bit right about the redness of the man's face. You pray for it not to be true, not the boy you like. Because it's embarrassing as hell. True. Mihyun tilts his head to the right. Jimin, you shouldn't say those things in front of your little sister. As if she was innocent. He walks away from us but seems to be making his way to Taehyung's room. Jimin! The tall man runs to him in an attempt to stop his steps. Too bad for him, he couldn't reach him on time and my brother opened the door to burst into the room. Get back into your room, Wayan. Mihyun places one hand over your lower back to make you move, but you stand on your spot. You want to know if what your brother suspects is true. No, it's fine. What is that? The voice of your brother reverberates through Taehyung's room as you and your best friend are just awkwardly witnessing the scene with your ears. That's not what you think. No, of course. This isn't 2 boxes of tissues on your nightstand with some lube. And what are you doing with my sister's laptop? I just needed to work. I broke mine a week ago. Work? And you use all those tissues, of course, to blow your nose. His reply gets you to slightly chuckle unwillingly. Just leave me alone. She said I could use it. Now go to hell and get out of my bedroom. Don't you dare do that while thinking about my sister just once again. Wayne, don't lend your laptop to that nasty guy just one more time. You don't answer, but you stand frozen. You remember the sounds you heard last night while getting into your room. So maybe Jimin could be right. At work, Wayne, Mihin calls you while you're walking to the cafeteria for your break. What's wrong? Are you okay? His fingers caress your curves. Yeah, you tell a falsehood to not reveal your feelings. Come on, sweetheart, I know you. You drop your eyes down to the ground and act a bit reluctant to say the truth. Taehyung hasn't texted me today. You're sulking just for that? Just for that. You glare at him with your disappointment to hear him insinuating it's not a big deal. While you were slowly enjoying the sandwich you took for your lunch, you decided to message Taehyung. You noticed your screen lighting up and felt the vibration onto the table. You immediately dropped the snack you were holding, knowing that the text you received is from the man that you have been waiting a message from. Tae, are you mad at me? I asked you the question back. Why? What would be the reason for me to be mad at you? Your brother and the bullshit he said this morning. Just forget it and ignore him. I don't care about what he says. Yeah? You give up on trying to reassure him about the small issue and put your phone back on the table to eat with your best friend. Are you in love with him? He voices out of the blue but causes you to choke on your food as you didn't expect this kind of question. I know. You gulp down with disquietude and avoid any kind of eye contact that could worsen your state. No, are you sure about that? Today morning, when that incident happened, you were so okay with it, and dear, you should have seen your face. You were a blushing mess. Are you sure you don't like him? It's hard to believe, girl. I can't trust you anymore. You walk inside your shared house with the lazy man holding your hand. You step inside as the sound of the TV caught your attention. Who is still awake? Mihin whispers through the space and follows his step closely to take a look at the person who must be watching TV. As soon as your feet enter the living room, you cannot hold back your low voice. Oh, you smile at the cuteness you're witnessing is filling you with softness. Look how adorable he is. It's just Taehyung sleeping. He rolls his eyes, feeling some jealousy to see you so heart-melted from looking at him. Yes, but he's cute as hell. Your heart races just at the sight of the man lie down on his side in a fetal position, his lips parted and one arm underneath his head. Mihin leaves you to join his bedroom, but you now stand in the living room with Taehyung in your company. You walk closer to him and go take hold of the remote control to switch the TV off and prevent the sounds from disturbing the man's sleep. Since there is no blanket in here, you make your way to your bedroom in order to go grab your cover and one of your pillows, to put the fluffy fabric over Taehyung's body and place the pillow near his head, that he will for sure use during his sleep. Once this is made and that you are sure he is comfortable, you planted a kiss on his forehead and you decided to head back to your room. But you cannot stop kissing him. You then kissed on his cheeks, then his eyes, then the mole on his nose. You hesitated when you saw his lips. The mole below his lip is luring you towards him. You were this close to his lips. But you halted when you realized what you were about to do. When you were about to leave, Taehyung opened his eyes. Why did you stop, Wayne? He looked straight into your eyes and you stood there numb, unable to look at him. I thought you were sleeping, Tae. Then I will sleep again. You can continue what you stopped. Tae, what is wrong with you? Stop behaving like a brat or else I'll call my brother. Though you were blushing, you somehow managed to speak all this. So, you don't want this, Vayan? I thought you had the same feelings like I had. I am wrong then. Sorry, Vayan, I will never disturb you from here on. His sudden confession made a shiver run down your spine, but you were confused whether you should confess or not. When he was about to leave, you couldn't contain your feelings. You grabbed his collar and kissed him on his lips. At first, Taehyung was shocked, but soon you felt him kissing you back. He was smirking while kissing you. At the same time, you felt relieved when you expressed your feelings. Right now, you don't care about your brother and his stubbornness. You decided to follow your heart. After a heated kiss, you both stared at each other. Your eyes are conveying the things that your heart wanted. Vayan, can I touch you? I wanted to fulfill my dark fantasies with you, Taehyung said with a smirk on his face. What? That's the only thing you could say. Before you realize you are carried by him in bridal style. You are still not recovered from the words he told you. He took you inside his bedroom and closed the door with his one leg. He then threw you on his bed and hovered above you. Mourn my name loud while I make love to you tonight, baby girl. Let your brother hear us. I'm not going to stop until you scream my name, Vayan. You realize that it will be a long night for both of you. Within seconds, you are lying under him naked and screaming his name non-stop because of the pleasure he is giving you. Poor Jimin, Namjoon and Mihyun are having a sleepless night because of you and Taehyung. Next morning, you wake up with a beautiful sight of your brother.